almost tea time. Dinah, did you hear me? Oh, how I do wish you could answer me. I'm sure you're just bursting with the most interesting things to say. And if only you could. How much nicer it would make a day like today if I had a friend that I could talk with and laugh with, someone that I could share an adventure, or maybe... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! Dear, dear! Dinah, did you just hear someone just now? Oh, my ears and whiskers! I'll be late for sure! There, I did hear someone. I know I did. Only it seemed to be coming from over there. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where could it have gone to? Where is that silly watch? Dinah, look! A rabbit! A white rabbit with a pocket watch. Oh, my nose and tail fur! Wait! I'll catch it now for certain. How very odd. Excuse me. What? Who's that? Who's there? Here I am, over here. Whoa! A monster! A monster! I beg your pardon. I'm not a monster. I was just wondering what it is you're late for. No, sorry, can't stop to talk. The Queen will be most upset. Goodbye. Oh, I'm late! 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 No, wait! I only wanted to know. Oh, he's gone. How very curious it all is. A white rabbit with a pocket watch, and yet I'm positive I saw him right there in the... Dinah, look! He dropped something. Yes, it's paper with writing on it. Oh, Dinah, if only this mirror saw and I could just reach right in and... I can! The mirror has turned also, and I can reach right into it. And there's the paper. But oh, it's just out of my reach. Maybe if I stretch there just a little more and I can... Whoa! Dinah! Oh, Dinah! Help! I've fallen! Fallen! Fallen!
There's the white rabbit.
Rushing around again. He does seem a terribly nervous sort. Look! Who are all those people out there?
I hadn't noticed.
I don't think they're from Wonderland. Why don't you ask them? Don't be a dodo. But I am a dodo. That's right, you are. Go ahead.
Ask them.
Where are you from?
You're right, they're not from Wonderland.
Don't you think we should say hello or something? How about a song? A song! I know just the one. Welcome to Wonderland, this magic place.
I just fell down a rabbit hole. Oh, I swear it's true. I've never been known to lie.
Oh dear, I'm late. Oh, the Duchess. Oh, won't she be savage if I kept her waiting?
There it is, the white rabbit. Whoever heard of a rabbit with a pocket or he wants to take it out of, I imagine it must be somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That'd be 4,000 miles down, I think.
Oh, the Duchess. I'm late.
If you please, sir.
What's that? Who's there?
My name is Alice.
Then Alice can't be my name, can it?
Sir?
You have to be who you are, and I have to be who I am. If you're Alice, then I'm obviously someone else.
I think so.
You think? Don't you know? If you're not sure, then I could be Alice and you could be the white rabbit.
I don't feel the least bit like a white rabbit.
Then perhaps you're a Welsh rabbit. I'm late!
Please, I wonder, could you tell me what this place is called?
I could. I don't know if I should. You seem like a rather stupid girl, and good information is usually wasted on stupid folk.
There's no need to be rude.
There's no need to be polite either. That's the way things are in Wonderland.
Is that what I am, Wonderland?
Oh, the Duchess! I'm late!
Please wait, I have so many questions. Up in the mirror, he seemed the same size as any rabbit. Down here, he's large. Indeed. Or maybe I've gotten smaller. I wish I hadn't fallen. I wish my sister would poke her head down and say, "Come up again, Alice. I don't want to be all alone down here."
Stop crying! You're making a flood!
Who's that? There's no flood here. I'm simply crying. Oh, my foot. It's wet. My tears are making a large puddle. Oh!
Stop crying! You're making a flood!
Oh dear, how peculiar. The water's rising. I've got to keep my chin above the water.
If you weren't so big, you wouldn't have made this ocean.
I'm not big. I'm small. At least I think I am.
Don't think it's drier that way.
Mouse, you know the way out of this pool? I'm tired of swimming about.
I don't know why I should tell you anything. Look at this salty soup you've gotten me into.
Mouse, please don't go.
Not much sense in staying, you know. You're not very good company.
I do wish I could get to shore.
How do you do, my dear?
I don't do too well, thank you. I'm not a very good swimmer.
Don't worry, the pond will soon dry up.
How is that possible?
Anything's possible in Wonderland.
Simply think backwards.
Backwards?
Think what it was like before you started to cry.
I'll do my best.
I'm dripping wet. I'm cropped. I'm uncomfortable. How are we to get dry?
If I were back home, I'd fetch some fluffy towels.
Well, you're not back home, so that isn't helpful. Be helpful.
I'm trying.
I could sing something.
We're singing Dry My Feathers.
It won't make them any wetter.
In that case, I suggest you begin the concert. Oh, the Duchess! Oh, my dear paws! Oh, my fur and whiskers! She'll get me executed as sure as ferrets are ferrets! Good gracious, what's the matter with that fellow? Oh, I dropped my fan and white kid gloves! I must get back home and finish some others!
Things are getting curiouser and curiouser.
What part shall I sing first?
The encore!
I'm not a real turtle, you know. I'm a mock turtle. So when I sing, you shouldn't expect to hear a real song.
I'm still wet. Sing!
Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in the hot tureen. Who for such dainties would not stew? Soup of the evening,
probably be a caucus race.
Yes, a caucus race. What is a caucus race?
The best way to explain it is to do it. We get in a circle.
When do we begin?
Whenever you like. What magic? I do believe there's going to be a winner. You're right, but you're back to me as well. When do we stop? Whenever you like. Faster, faster, faster. And the race is over.
I'm quite out of breath. I'm dry.
Naturally, you're dry.
That's why we had the race.
Who has won?
Everybody has one, and all of us have prizes. Who
is to get the prizes?
Why, she, of course.
Oh dear, I don't know if I have anything appropriate. I know. Gumdrops. Luckily the water didn't get into them.
Prizes.
There's exactly one apiece all around.
She must have a prize herself.
Of course. What else have you got in your pocket?
Only a thimble.
Hand it over. We beg your acceptance of this elegant thimble.
It all seems so absurd. They look so grave. I don't want to laugh.
Thank you.
I do wish I had Dinah here.
And who is Dinah, if I might venture to ask?
Dinah's my cat.
Did you say cat?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I forgot mice didn't like cats.
Would you like cats if you were me? Nasty, low, vulgar things. Don't let me hear the name cat again.
I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sure if you met Dinah, you find her quite good company.
Speaking of company, I believe there is someone approaching.
Oh my, how odd. She looks like a walking chess piece.
Of course.
She's the Red Queen.
The Red Chess Queen. Here she is, the Red Queen, also called the Chess Queen, and she rules all's first seen. Curtsy to the Red Chess Queen. Come and play our chess game. Win and lose, it's all the same. Go one square to the next. You can move, come be our guest. Well, I've got to be getting home.
The air doesn't quite suit my throat.
Excuse us, Your Majesty.
Where do you come from? Where are you going? Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers all the time.
I wonder, could you help me? I'm afraid I've lost my way.
I don't know what you mean by your way. All the ways about here belong to me. Why did you come out here at all? Curtsy while you're thinking of what to say. It saves time. Why are you staring?
It's your crown. It's the strangest crown I've ever seen. It looks exactly like a chess piece.
It is a chess piece. I'm the Red Chess Queen. Don't you know anything? Look out there. What do you see?
Why, the countryside looks exactly like a giant chessboard.
Open your mouth a little wider when you speak. And always say, Your Majesty.
There ought to be some chessmen moving about. So there are. It's a great, huge game of chess being played all over the world. Oh, what fun it is. I wouldn't mind being a chess pawn if only I could join the game. Although, of course, I should like to be a queen best, Your Majesty.
That's easily managed. When you get to the 8th square, you'll be a queen.
That's all there is to it?
You're not there yet.
My sister will be so surprised, and Dinah.
No more talking, only running.
Running.
Faster! Faster!
Where are we going?
Faster! Faster! Now!
This is stranger than the caucus race.
Faster! Faster! You may rest a little now.
Why, I don't believe we've gone anywhere. Everything's just as it was.
Of course it is. How else would you have it?
In my country, you generally get somewhere else if you are running very fast for some time, as we've been doing.
A slow sort of country. Now here, you see, it takes all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get somewhere else, you must run at least twice as fast. And remember, in Wonderland, The more things change, the more they stay the same.
How am I to reach the 8th square?
Take a train, I should think. You'll find yourself in the 4th square in no time. That square belongs to Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The 5th is mostly water. The 6th belongs to Humpty Dumpty. The 7th is forest. However, one of the knights will show you the way. And in the 8th square we shall be queens together, monarchs supreme, all feasting and fun.
I can't wait to get started. Can we go at once?
Off with his head! Off with his head!
Whoever is that?
Off with his head!
What do you suppose the poor fellow has done?
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Off with his head!
I do wish she stopped saying that.
Off with her head!
Oh,
Don't forget the croquet game. Bring your own flamingo.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed. Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Off with his head!
isn't the poor fellow to get in trial?
I suppose.
Why do you have to take a flamingo to her croquet game?
Silly question. Queen of Hearts is ruler here. We do as she commands. We use flamingos as mallets to hit the croquet ball. Come along. The 8th square is quite some distance. We'll have to run at least twice as fast as before. Faster! Faster!
I'm trying!
Faster! Faster! Faster!
Oh, wait! Please wait! Don't leave me behind! I'm running as fast as I can! Wait! Wait! The Jabberwock is an awful beast.
The very worst at the very least.
He'll turn you into a dinner feast.
We hope that soon he'll be deceased.
I'll never catch up with the Red Queen. I've never seen anyone travel as fast as she. Oh,
Who are you?
I hardly know, sir, at present. I knew who I was when I got up this morning.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
I'm afraid I can't put it more clearly. Wonderland is a strange place, and it does confuse one.
Not a bit.
It certainly confuses me.
You? Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
I'm not going to stand here and listen to any more nonsense.
That's all you're going to hear in this place. North, east, south, west, it's all nonsense.
Wait!
Well,
Can you sing my favorite song?
what is your favorite song?
The Jabberwocky.
I think so.
Good.
Class is in session.
Attention, everybody, attention.
Oh, we're here. We ran all the way.
Now everyone, let's begin.
Sir!
And now let us all sing our song.
'Twas thrilling and a slightly toast did gyre and gimble in the wave. Home in the sea where the borough coast and the home rats have grave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. And as in a fish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade and sticker snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my lamish boy. Oh, frabjous day, Kaloo-Kalay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wain. Oh, Mimsy, where the borough goes, and the mome rats outbreak.
Not enough feeling.
Not nearly enough.
We'll try again later.
Class dismissed.
I never did like that song.
It's getting late anyhow. I've got to be getting home.
I wish you creatures in Wonderland wouldn't be so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time.
For the Duchess, an invitation to play croquet. For the Duchess.
Oh, the Duchess, the Duchess! Oh, won't she be savage if I kept her waiting?
An invitation to play croquet.
Oh, the Duchess, I'm late, I'm late!
From the Queen of Hearts, an invitation to play croquet. For the Duchess.
There's no use in knocking.
Why not?
First, because I answered the door. I'm on the same side door as you are. And secondly, because they're making so much noise inside, no one could possibly hear you.
I don't hear anything.
You will.
But if no one answers the door, how am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That's the question.
It's really dreadful the way all you creatures in Wonderland argue. It's enough to drive one crazy. I'm sure the caterpillar was wrong. I won't get used to it in time.
Suit yourself.
But what am I to do?
Anything you like.
There's no use talking to him. He's perfectly idiotic. Anybody home?
Speak rudely to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. Hatchoo! He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. Hatchoo! Pig.
There's too much pepper in that soup.
Too much pepper in that soup. Pig.
Would you tell me what this is?
Don't you know anything? You're looking at a Cheshire cat.
It's not a cat at all. It's a smile.
More like a grin.
More pepper. I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat, it's the most curious thing I've ever seen in all my life.
Then you haven't seen much, and that's a fact. Pig.
I beg your pardon.
Why? I don't beg yours, you shouldn't beg mine. It's only fair. Besides, begging isn't nice.
Be careful, you might hurt the baby. Please, would you tell me why your cat grins like that?
What a dull girl you are. I told you, it's a Cheshire cat. They always grin like that. It's all they're good for. Isn't that true, Cook?
True, it is an amazing smile.
The Cheshire Cat, he has a smile that always lingers on. The smile will always grin and grin when body, legs, and face are gone. He won't be bored, ignored, or sad. Instead, he'll just smile cheerfully. Then head to tail, he'll disappear. But his Cheshire grin will simply leave. We wonder how the food goes in when a smile is all we see. We see him chewing with his grin, but after there's a mystery. Oh yes, we know we need it too. He's smiling each and every day, and if one day he should be blue, his body simply fades away.
So much for the Cheshire Cat. Here, you take it. I must go and get ready to play croquet with the Queen.
I don't take this child away, there's no telling what might happen to it. Please don't sneeze so close to the baby.
It's not a baby.
Don't pepper the baby.
It's not a baby. It's a pig. See for yourself.
Oh my, it is a pig. Don't run. Running is not a proper way of expressing yourself.
Needs more pepper.
If you're going to turn into a pig, my dear, I'll have nothing more to do with you.
Give it here. I know how to deal with this sort.
If it had grown up, it would have been a dreadfully ugly child.
But rather handsome pig, I think.
I'm not going to stand here and listen to any more nonsense. I'm on my way to the 8th chess square.
In that case, you better have some pepper.
Achoo! Achoo! Oh, do stop! Please stop! Achoo! Achoo!
Whatever has become of that little girl? She'll never make it to the 8th square the way she runs in place.
Nonsense.
You can't be off to play croquet with the Queen.
Why not?
You don't have a flamingo.
I have an invitation. One invitation is worth 2 flamingos.
We mustn't keep her waiting. You know how angry the Queen of Hearts can get.
I know how angry I can get if I stay in one place too long.
Shall we run twice as fast?
Why not?
Oh, I'm late! I'm late! Oh dear! Oh dear! I'm late! I'm late!
That looks like a quite good-natured cat. Perhaps it can help me.
Wow. Nice to see you again.
Again? Have we ever met?
Back at the Duchess. Don't you remember me? I'm the Cheshire Cat.
I met your grin there, but I didn't meet you.
I was there all along. I fade in and out when my mood strikes.
Where's your grin?
Back in the kitchen. You don't suppose I carry it everywhere I go. Someone might steal it.
I'm traveling to the 8th square. I wonder, could you tell me which path I should take?
That depends a good deal on where you want to get to. In that direction's the Hatter, in that direction's the March Hare. Visit either you like, they're both mad.
I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, but you can't help that here. We're all mad. I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
Well, you would be, or you wouldn't have come here today. Do you play croquet with the queen today?
I should like to, but I haven't been invited.
By the way, what became of that baby? I forgot to ask.
It turned into a pig.
I thought it would. It always does.
Hey, Square, how did I reach it? Treasure Cat won't come back. Oh, dear.
If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay, you know. Waxworks weren't made to be looked at for nothing. No how.
Contrariwise, if you think we're alive, you have to speak.
I didn't mean to stare. This must be Tweedledum and Tweedledee. I'm in the first square. Tell me, which is the best path out of the woods?
You've begun wrong. The first thing in a visit is to say how'd you do and shake hands.
How'd you do?
How'd you do?
Shall we dance?
Delighted.
Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum, dum-dee-dum, dum-dee-dum, dum-dee-dum-dee-dum, dum-dee-dum-dee-dum.
4 times that's enough for one dance.
No how.
Contrariwise.
I have so much to ask. I hope you're not tired from your little dance.
Thank you for asking.
Much obliged. Do you like poetry?
Would you please tell me which path I should take?
The Walrus and the Carpenter is our favorite.
I don't think I care to hear it.
It's all about a walrus and a carpenter who tricks some oysters into taking a walk with them.
And then they eat the oysters.
You shouldn't laugh. I feel sorry for the little oysters.
Don't be, they weren't real.
Besides, you haven't heard the poem.
I don't intend to.
In that case, we'll begin at once.
Selfish thing.
The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If this were only cleared away,
They said it would be grand.
Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each. The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said.
How civilized. Tea time.
I hope I'm not intruding.
No room.
There's plenty of room.
Who is she? Did you invite her?
Certainly not. No room for extra guests.
Every party has a limit, and our limit's strictly 3. Go and find another party. We have all we want here. See. You have such atrocious manners. There's more settings here for 2. Everybody make some room there, 'cause I know there's space for me.
Wake up, Dormouse. We're moving around.
We're the only ones divided, that's how we insist it be. Here we have our private party, its own exclusive team. I cannot accept your rudeness, and at home 'twould never
without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It's set for a great many more than 3. Both of you leaning on the dormouse must be very uncomfortable for the poor thing.
Your hair wants cutting.
You shouldn't make personal remarks. It's very rude.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong. I told you butter wouldn't suit the works.
It was the best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs must have gotten it as well. You should have put it in with the bread knife.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month and doesn't tell the hour?
Why should it? Does your watch tell what year it is?
Of course not. That's because it stays the same year for such a long time.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't know what you mean.
The dormouse is asleep again.
I want a clean teacup, so I'll move one place. Pour some tea on its nose.
Of course, just what I was going to remark myself.
If you knew time I was idle, you wouldn't be talking about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you've never even spoken to time.
I know I have to beat time when I learn music.
March, march, on the march.
Don't you remember? It was at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts. I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. Up above the world you fly, like a teacher in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle.
Pinch his nose and make it stop. This cup has already been used. Let's all move on, please.
But hardly finished the first verse when the Queen belled out, "He's murdering time, off with his head."
She does like that expression.
Ever since then, time won't do a thing. It's always tea time now. I never had time to wash the plates, the cups, the saucers.
That's why you keep changing places.
As things get used up, there must be a clean cup somewhere.
But what happens when you're back where you started?
I'm getting tired of this. Tell us a story.
I'm afraid I don't know one.
Wake up, Dormouse.
I wasn't asleep. I heard every word you fellows were saying.
A story.
And be quick about it, you'll be asleep before it's done.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and their names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly. They lived on the bottom of a molasses well.
What did they live on?
Molasses, of course. What else?
More tea?
I haven't had any yet.
So she can't take more.
It means you can't take less. It's easier to take more than nothing.
Oh dear, the dormouse has fallen asleep again.
Wake up, wake up.
So these 3 little sisters, they were learning to draw, you know.
What did they draw?
You can draw water out of a water well, so I should think you can draw molasses out of a molasses well.
But they were in the well.
Of course they were well in.
I've never seen such rude behavior. Stop it! I'll never go there again.
Let's do something before Dormouse falls asleep again.
Let's put it on a teapot.
Good
It was
idea.
the stupidest tea party I was ever at in all my life.
No room, no room. Let's all move up place. No room, no room. Let's all move up place.
Hey, don't go splashing paint over me like that.
I couldn't help it. You jogged my elbow.
That's right. Always lay the blame on others.
You better not talk. I heard the Queen say only yesterday that you deserve to be beheaded.
What for?
That's none of your business.
Yes, it's his business, and I'll tell him. It was to bring the tofu to serve onions. Of all the unjust things.
My bell's done.
Almost. Why are you painting that rose? Why, the fact is, you see, miss, this here ought to have been a red rose, and we put a white rose in by mistake. And if the Queen were to find out, she'd be furious. That should do it.
Just right.
Best be on our way. I'm traveling to the 8th Square. I seem to miss the train station.
Question is, did it miss you?
try talking to the flowers as to get any sense from those two.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Oh,
I didn't mean to startle you.
I didn't know you could talk.
I can talk. We all can.
How is that possible?
Anything is possible in Wonderland.
Welcome to Wonderland, this magic place, this other land, where everything is quite absurd. It's even stranger than you've heard. Welcome to Wonderland, let's try to help you understand the way we live in Wonderland, in Wonderland. Everything that you can imagine here in Wonderland can happen. We don't follow any plan in Wonderland. Kings and queens of every persuasion make new rules for every occasion. You can be a queen in Wonderland. Welcome to Wonderland, this magic place, this other land, where flowers walk and talk and smile. We sing our flower songs in style. Welcome to Wonderland, this magic place, this other land, where dreams come true, they really do. In wonderful, magical Wonderland, this fabulous, marvelous, glorious Wonderland, Wonderland, Wonderland.
Aren't you afraid of being planted out here? What would you do if any danger had come?
There's a tree nearby.
What on earth could a tree do?
It could say bow wow. That's why its branches are called boughs.
Didn't you know that?
Goodness gracious, barking flowers!
Silence! Every one of you!
How is it that you can all talk?
Put your hand down and feel the ground.
It's very hard.
In most gardens, they make the bed too soft, so the flowers are asleep all the time.
I never thought of that before. Are there any more people in the garden?
People like you mean?
Yes.
There's another female in the garden somewhere.
Same awkward shape as you, but much paler.
Her petals are shorter, I think.
Does she ever come out here?
She's coming this way now.
I hear her footsteps thump thump along the gravel walk.
I don't want to listen to her. She talks such nonsense.
Like this one.
Let's plant ourselves someplace else.
Not only they talk, they walk. Things indeed are getting curiouser and curiouser. Someone's lost their shawl. All torn and dirty.
Bun butter! Bun butter! Bun butter! Bun butter! Bun butter!
I have your shawl. This is your shawl, isn't it?
Bun butter!
I do hope she'll be able to carry on a decent conversation. Am I addressing the White Queen?
Well, yes. If you call that addressing, I've been addressing myself for the last 2 hours. Nothing I wear fits right.
May I put your shawl straight for you? Poor thing, she's covered with pins holding her dress together.
Temperamental shawl. There's no pleasing it. I pinned it all to one side.
It won't hang right if you pin it all to one side. Dear me, what a state your hair is in.
Quite true, my dear. I'm afraid I'm quite a mess. The brush got entangled in my hair, and I lost the comb yesterday. But I'm sure I could make do. pin a little here, I fold a little there, fix a little, coax a little, with all of that, my dear.
It flops a little here, and it plops a little there. It bags a bit, it snags a bit.
Oh, it's most difficult to dress, my dear. I comb a little here, I brush a little there, primp a little, crimp a little, with all of that, my dear.
It drops a little here, and it flops a little there. It sags a bit, it drags a bit.
Oh, it's most difficult to do your hair.
I could tidy up your hair for you, but you should have it made.
You'll be my maid. I'll give you 2 cents a week and jam every other day.
I don't like jam.
You couldn't have it if you did want it.
Why not?
The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today. It's the effect of living backwards.
I never heard of such a thing, living backwards.
My memory works both ways, forward and backwards. I can remember things that happened the week after next.
I'm sure mine only works one way. I can't remember things before they happen. What sort of things remember best?
I remember the trial for the Knave of Hearts for stealing tarts, and the trial hasn't even started. Ow! My finger! My finger's bleeding! Oh! Finger!
Did you nick your finger?
No, not yet, but I shall. No, not yet, but I shall. When I fasten my shawl with this brooch.
Now you've gone and done it.
Of course I have. Weren't you listening?
Why don't you scream out now and jump about?
I've already done the screaming and jumping about. What would be the good of doing it all over again?
Everything is so different here. I can't believe what I see and hear.
You haven't had much practice. Close your eyes and turn around. Keep turning. Oh, a butterfly! A lovely butterfly! Bun butter, bun butter, bun butter, bun butter.
Am I doing this right? I'm getting dizzy.
Going around in circles won't get you anywhere, you know.
Where's the White Queen?
Would you like to hear a tale?
She was here a moment ago. Besides, I've heard quite enough stories since I've been in Wonderland, thank you.
Stories? Who's talking about stories? I'm talking about a tale. My tale. Mine is a long and sad tale.
Your tail is certainly long. Your tail is certainly long, but why is it sad?
Fury said to a mouse that he met in the house, "Let us both go to the law. I will prosecute." You're not paying attention!
I beg your pardon.
What's the sense of telling my tale if no one's listening?
Quite true.
Fury said to a mouse that he met in the house, "Let us both go to the law. I will prosecute." We must have a trial.
who got
For really recording
Take it to
of
the
nothing
queen.
to do with sitting down.
Oh!
There was no judge, Fury. I'll be the judge. I'll be the jury, said the cunning old Fury.
Did you ever hear the like?
I know nothing about justice. That's the first qualification.
Says here the prisoner's the Knave of Hearts.
Wonder what he's done. He stole some tarts.
Do you think we should go?
I think better. It doesn't do to anger the queen.
We could have some fun on the way.
Like what? We'll think of something.
Another caucus race?
Yes, a caucus race, a caucus race!
Ever heard of such creatures serving on a jury? It's nonsense.
I hope it's safe. Is it?
Why don't you ask me? After all, I'm sitting here.
Humpty Dumpty! I'm in the 6th square. How exactly like an egg he is.
It's very provoking to be called an egg.
I said you looked like an egg. Some eggs are very pretty.
And some people have no more sense than a baby. Tell me your name and your business.
My name is Alice.
A stupid name. What does it mean?
Must a name mean something?
My name means the shape I am. Good, handsome shape. With a name like Alice, you could be any shape.
Why do you sit out here all alone?
I'm not alone. You're with me.
Wouldn't you be safer on the ground?
If I did fall off, the King of Hearts has promised to send all of his horses and all of his men.
Can't imagine what good they would do.
Why not?
Everybody knows the answer to that. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Stop! The terrible verse.
I didn't mean to upset you.
Change the subject. I insist.
That's a very beautiful belt you've got on. Or is it a bow tie?
It's a bow tie, child, and a beautiful one, I'd say. A present from Their Majesties, the King and Queen of Hearts. They gave it to me for an unbirthday present.
And what is an unbirthday present?
A present given when it isn't your birthday, of course. How many days are there in a year?
365.
How many birthdays do you have?
1.
There you have it. Only one day for presents. With birthdays, you get 364 presents a year. No, I shall recite.
Please don't.
To his Burlick and the Slide of Combs, to Gyre and Jimble in the Waves.
I won't listen to another poem.
Dear me, you are disagreeable. The piece I shall recite now was written entirely for your amusement. The least you could do is be courteous. In winter when the fields are white, I sing the song for your delight.
No, no, no.
Oh, very well.
I better be on my way. Goodbye till we meet again.
I wouldn't know you if we did meet again. We are so exactly like other people. 2 eyes, nose in the middle, mouth under. Now, for instance, if you had 2 eyes on the same side of the head, our mouth on top, that'd be some help.
It wouldn't look nice.
Wait until you've tried.
Of all the unsatisfactory people I've ever met. Say goodbye.
Off with his head! Off with his head! Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Sentence first, verdict afterwards.
Excuse me.
Why? What have you done?
Nothing, Your Majesty.
Doing nothing in Wonderland is a crime. Very well. You have a nice face. I'll excuse you this time. I feel faint. Give me a ham sandwich.
I'm afraid I don't have a ham sandwich.
Hay then.
Hay?
There's nothing like a mouthful of hay when you're feeling faint.
I should think throwing cold water over you would be better.
Who do you see down that road?
Nobody.
I only wish I had such eyes to be able to see nobody, and at that distance, too. Remarkable.
Seems ordinary to me.
Are you coming to the trial?
I'm looking for my crown.
Shouldn't look for it here. The light's not good. Why would you want a crown?
I'm going to be Queen Alice.
Foolish sort of ambition. Anyway, what's an Alice?
Red butter. Look, here's the white queen.
Red butter. Red butter. Red butter. Red butter.
How fast she can run.
There's some enemy after her, no doubt. The woods are full of them.
If that's true, aren't you going to help her?
No use. She runs too quick. You might as well try to catch a bandersnatch. Now, if you excuse me, my dear, I must find a ham sandwich.
If you could give me the directions to the 8th square first, I'd be so grateful.
I'm glad you had the opportunity to meet me.
I get so angry in this place.
Whoa!
Now,
Whoa! Whoa!
you're the knight who's battled with the card soldier. Did you win?
Oh, I always win. It's hardly any fun when you lose, so if I lose, I say I win. That way I always feel very good about myself.
Doesn't sound like sensible reasoning to me.
Quite right. No sense at all, my dear. I steered admiring my lunch pail. I carried it upside down so no rain will get in.
But things can get out. Did you know the lid's open?
I didn't know.
Oh dear, all things must have fallen out. The mustard, the mayonnaise, the dog biscuits.
Perhaps you could help me. I'm awfully tired. I don't believe I could walk another step.
Delighted. I hope you got your hair well fastened. The wind gets strong. Hop on.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh dear! Oh dear! I'm afraid you haven't had much practice.
I've had plenty of practice. The great art of riding is to keep your balance properly. You've only a few yards to go. Down the hill and over the little brook, and you'll be Queen Alice. Climb up on back. Comfy?
Yep, thank you.
Here we go!
You missed the fish and soup.
Bread butter, bread butter, bread butter, bread butter, bread butter, bread butter, bread butter.
White queen?
Red queen, the royalest of them all. Here we are, the two queens, work both night and day queens. We're the best of the rest, we're the cream of Queen Supreme. Here we are, the two queens, work both night and day queens. We're the best of the rest, we're the cream of Queen Supreme. Here we are, the two queens, work both night and day queens. We're the best of the rest, we're the cream of Queen Supreme.
Find your crown somewhere near, I have no doubt.
Thank you. You've been very kind.
I hope so. You didn't cry as much as I thought you would.
Whoa! Watch what you're doing, Rosie! The fellow's fallen off his horse. The fellow's fallen off his horse.
That's no way to get anywhere.
Poor man. He's really not the horseman he thinks he is.
About time you got here.
Were you expecting me?
Queen Alice.
Your Majesty.
Well, this is grand. I never expected to be a queen so soon.
I invite you to Alice's dinner party this afternoon.
And I invite you.
I didn't know there's to be a party, but if there is to be one, I think I ought to invite the guests.
We gave you the opportunity of doing that, but I can see you haven't had many lessons in manners.
Can you do addition?
Yes?
What's one and one and one and one and one and one and one?
I don't know. I lost count.
She can't do addition!
Take a bone from a dog and what remains?
The bone would remain if I took it. The dog would remain. It would come and bite me. And I'm sure I wouldn't remain.
So you think nothing would remain?
I think that's the answer, yes.
Wrong! The dog's temper would remain!
Perhaps you'd feel better if we introduced her to the mutton.
Good idea! Bring in the mutton!
I don't want to meet anyone else.
Don't be shy, Alice. You've
meet people.
Alice, Mutton, Alice.
I don't care to be introduced to a leg of lamb if you don't mind.
But a leg of lamb does mind. Mutton has feelings too, you know.
Take care. Oh, something's going to happen.
We'll have to run awfully fast to catch that leg of lamb. Oh goodness, the leg of lamb! It's sprouted wings. It's flying away. Here I am, the 8th grade, and I don't have a crown, and no one seems friendly. How am I ever to get home and see my sister and Dinah again?
Oh, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts. Oh, won't she be savage if I kept her waiting?
I wish I never saw you in the mirror.
Gracious, what a thing to say. What's the matter, Alice?
You're a fine one to ask. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. First, I was told I could have a crown and be Queen Alice. All I had to do was find the 8th square, and I found it, and I'm still as I was. I'm lonely and lost. I do so need a friend.
Why, that's a splendid idea. I would like a friend myself. I've never had one, you know.
Why?
I've never given it much thought.
When you hurry and you scurry and the time keeps running down,
And you tick and tuck so worry and you're chasing them around.
then you need a friend. Yes, you need a friend to the very, very, very end. You need a friend.
When you follow talking rabbits down rabbit holes and on, and you find that you are lost in Wonderland instead of home,
Then you need a friend. Yes, you need a friend to the very, very, very end. You need a friend. Well, the world is different even now. The chessboard's rearranged. As we find new queens who need new crowns, our lives will always change. So we need a friend. Yes, we need a friend to the very, very, very end. We need a friend.
I know, you could be my friend, would you?
would I? Oh, I'd be delighted to be your friend.
Alice, permit me to introduce myself formally. I am the White Rabbit.
And I, White Rabbit, am Alice, your friend.
Friend, my, what a lovely sound that has to it. As your friend, I should give you a getting acquainted gift.
I adore gifts. What is it?
Your crown.
Oh, wonderful.
Here we are.
That isn't a crown. That's a carrot.
Oh, well, so it is. Well, since we're friends, you can give me the carrot. For Queen Alice.
How lovely.
Now you must give me my gift.
I hope you like it. I didn't have much time to shop.
A little later. We can't be late. She'll be furious.
Are we going to play croquet with the queen?
Certainly not. It's time for the trial. You're expected.
I am.
You're a witness.
I am.
Take my paw. Not a minute to waste. I'm late. I'm late.
nonsense with pepper wouldn't taste right.
Oh dear, I'm late! I've never been to a trial before. I imagine it's quite exciting. I suppose they're the jury? Well, I suppose, if you suppose, we all suppose. What are they putting down? They can't have anything to write yet. The trial hasn't even started. They're putting down their names. They're afraid they'll forget them by the end of the trial. Silence in the court!
Silence in the court!
Off with his head, off with his head. Chop it, lop it, off with his head.
Read the accusation.
Don't bother, we can tell you all about it.
Yes,
The Queen of Hearts made some tarts all on a summer's day.
It was the very hottest day, too hot indeed to fuss. He took the tarts away so she wouldn't give them to us.
Not true, not true. Now listen carefully, all of you. The Queen of Hearts baked those fine tarts with every bit of loving skill. Those tasty tarts were shaped like hearts and with sweet cherries filled.
Your Majesty, it isn't true. Black pepper was in the filling. The knave stole from her just a few. To eat them he was unwilling.
So now you know our plot. Such a clever plot. We knew the knave to be depraved and knew he planned to steal the tarts. We filled them all with pepper to give him quite a start.
The knave is truly innocent. He was caught in her silly plan. He's never liked her awful tarts and steals them if he can.
Consider your verdict. Not yet. There's something to come before that. Call the first witness.
First witness!
It's that Mad Hatter.
I beg pardon, Your Majesty. I didn't quite finish my tea when I was sent for.
Then you ought to have finished.
When did you begin?
14th of March, I think it was.
15th.
16th.
Write that down.
Take off your hat.
It isn't mine.
Stolen? Write that down.
I keep past the cell. I've none of my own.
Give your evidence and don't be nervous, or I'll have you executed on the spot.
I'm a poor man, Your Majesty.
You're a very poor speaker. The poor creature, he's frightened of the king.
Silence in the court!
Silence in the court!
I don't know much about this case.
Then he isn't of much use.
You may go.
It's tea time again, thank goodness.
No room, move down.
Next witness, give your evidence.
No.
What do I do now? You're supposed to cross-examine the next witness. If I must, I must. What are tarts made of?
Pepper mostly.
tarts aren't made of pepper mostly, they're made of molasses.
Collar that dormouse!
Turn the dormouse out of court.
Suppress him.
Pinch him! Off with his whiskers!
No, help me! My precious whiskers! Help!
They certainly don't have much evidence yet. Call the next witness.
Really, my dear, you must cross-examine the next witness. If you don't, I shall get a headache.
The next witness is Alice.
Here.
Step forward.
Courage, Alice, courage. What do you know about this business?
Nothing. Nothing whatever?
Nothing whatever. That's very important. Write that down.
Who is this creature?
Some kind of monster. I met it in the wood. Calls itself Alice.
You've forgotten Rule 42.
Rule 42?
All creatures named Alice must leave the court. It's the oldest rule in the book.
Then it ought to be rule number 1. Consider your verdict. Oh, my friend, my poor friend. I must help her. This paper has just been picked up, Your Majesty.
What's in it?
It seems to be a letter written by the prisoner, or rather, a set of verses.
Read what's on the paper.
Where shall I begin?
At the beginning, of course.
And carry on until the end. Ahoy, ahoy.
They told me you had been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim.
Stop! That's the most important piece of evidence you've heard yet.
Nonsense! There's not a word of meaning in it. If there's no meaning in it, that saves a world of trouble.
We don't have to look for any.
Let me see that. I said I could not swim. You swim, don't you?
No, Your Majesty.
Then it couldn't be you.
A brilliant deduction, Your Majesty.
Consider your verdict.
No. Sentence first, verdict afterwards.
Stuff and nonsense! The idea of having the sentence first. Careful, friend, careful. Don't lose your temper.
Don't lose your temper!
This isn't a trial at all. It's a mockery.
You hold your tongue.
I won't.
Off with her head.
Oh!
What are you waiting for? Seize her.
The bear's not here. You're nothing but a bad cop.
Alice. Wake up, Alice, dear. What long sleep you've had. You fell asleep. I didn't want to wake you. You looked so peaceful.
I had such a curious dream. I saw a white rabbit with a pocket watch.
My imagination, come on.
It was a wonderful dream.
A white rabbit with a pocket watch? Who ever heard of such a thing?